Hi everyone. There's been a couple of you who have asked about YouTube, and so I just wanted to go over in some short steps how easy it could be to upload some of the recordings that you're doing in Canvas Studio to your YouTube channel or your YouTube account. And also along the way, give you some little tips. In the past, I used Screencast-O-Matic, and then from there we would upload to YouTube. And it was very easy, very seamless. Well, now that Canvas Studio has a recording studio in essence using Screencast-O-Matic with the editing tools, then I see that maybe this is another way you can record in your Canvas Studio account, download, and then upload to YouTube. And then caption there, because remember, once we download from Canvas Studio, those captions drop off. Now, you see this little cover GIF right now. It's a little animation. I created this in Canva. So in the past, when I was doing a video that was going to go across for all of the instructors and who knows where else, because I would put it public out on my YouTube channel, I would have to take some time to create bookends, as they call it in video. A front end introducing the tutorial, and then a back end giving credits or just some tips and things like that. Well, in Canva, we can download an image and stretch it across our Screencast-O-Matic recording area. And to me, it looks just as nice. You let me know, but it might save some time. Okay, here I am in my Canvas Studio library, and if you have a collection, maybe you could even have a YouTube video collection, so all the videos that you record that are going to be downloaded from your library and uploaded to YouTube, you could have those organized in a collection. And remember, this is where you start your collection, and then once you're going to be recording into that collection, just make sure you click into it, and then you'll be able to go and click on record. And in this case, my screen capture is already being taken over by the fact that I'm using the screen capture within my Canvas Studio. Now, so let me walk a little backwards on that and just reiterate. When I was teaching Screencast-O-Matic and uploading to YouTube, we would go outside to Screencast-O-Matic and it would be separate from Canvas. So this is my account. It has changed dramatically. But what I would do is I would do video feedback on everybody's work, their final projects, their course, whatever they needed in Screencast-O-Matic, my account, and then I would store it here rather than uploading it to YouTube. Even though I can do that on an unlisted basis, I felt more comfortable doing it in Screencast-O-Matic because of the fact that I knew people weren't going to be searching. But now they have a lot of new features here, including a channel that you can create in Screencast-O-Matic. But here's the catch. My Screencast-O-Matic does not have the bells and whistles that I have through my Canvas Studio Screencast-O-Matic. And that's because this is a free account that I signed up for years ago. And the one within Canvas Studio has the editing tools. And I wouldn't necessarily see my account because it's actually being recorded in Screencast-O-Matic, the same recording technology, but it actually will save to my Canvas Studio library. So I hope that makes sense. For some of you who have this account, you can still use it and then go straight up to YouTube. But now I'm thinking for those who want the editing capabilities, you might want to just stick to Studio, because remember, we can then download, share, and do lots of different things with our videos in Screencast-O-Matic that is built in to our Canvas Studio. Okay, so I wanted to just switch up a little bit and take you to a video that I actually created. The other one that I showed you didn't have the downloading capabilities, it had the share. That's because it was uploaded from YouTube itself. So that's when you can go over here and add a video that's from YouTube. So it's really just basically a link. All right, so now if I go over here into this video recording I created, you'll see this download. So maybe that's a good way of showing you that if you don't see this, this probably came from another source. But because I created this in my Canvas Studio and it's in my library, now I can download this. Just click on that and you notice that it's downloading to my desktop in my downloads folder, most likely, unless you have it pointed somewhere else. So that's basically the first step. Okay, so now you see I'm in my YouTube channel. And the good news is when you sign up for a YouTube account, and most of you have it if you have a Gmail, and then you'll have the option to upload a video by going to this little camera looking icon or video camera. Oh, so you can go live if you wanted to. You could record live. We also noticed that in our Zoom the other day that we had the capabilities to live stream into our YouTube account from Zoom. Amazing. Amazing how these technologies are getting connected. If you're going to try something like that, please do a dry run because you probably have to log in and synchronize it somehow to those accounts, including Facebook. It also gives you that option. So sorry, that's a little digressing, a little side note, but I just think it's just so fascinating. So then you would click on this, and what's interesting is if you don't have a channel, when you start to do this, it should prompt you about setting up a channel. So this is my channel, and I just noticed that I have to update my channel trailer because it is talking about Blackboard 5 years ago. So you just might want to come and do a little maintenance once in a while if you do want a channel and you do a trailer, which I think is important. And I do have some subscribers. It's just amazing. Sometimes I'll even get messages or questions and I'm like, what in the world? And then I will go and answer them. Even as late as a couple months ago, I had a couple questions about some of my video tutorials. So you could get kind of famous and maybe even monetize some of your videos. I can see that happening to quite a few of your video recordings that you're doing on some of your subject matters. Anyway, I can't even believe this sometimes, but it's very interesting. So why would you want to have a YouTube channel versus storing everything in your Canvas library? Well, I can think of a couple of reasons why. One is if you want to go public with your channel, it's more accessible in YouTube. Everybody has YouTube. Not everyone is in Canvas. You can make your links and you can embed that public link from your Canvas library, those videos. But if anything happens to the Canvas Studio, you'd be downloading everything to store and then have your video recordings hosted somewhere else, like maybe Google, or in this case, what's really practical is YouTube. So I just want to say that you don't have to do this, but some of you have asked about it because you might want to use YouTube for something that's totally unrelated to your schoolwork and your actually your class at the college. All right, so I'm going to go up to Upload Video, and it's going to give me an option to look at my desktop, drag and drop, or I select Files. And now it takes me to this screen where I can fill out all the details while it's processing. So it's still processing the video, and we'll see that in a few minutes. But this is really nice. This dialog box takes you through each step, and it's very different with this new YouTube interface, some of the details. So I'm really liking this. All right, so you would make sure that you cleaned up the title because it may pick up the name of the file. and you want to be a little more descriptive, and then a description. And look at this. You just move your mouse over here and it tells you what you can include, gives you some ideas. And as we scroll down, just to let you know that it will pick up one frame to be the thumbnail for your video. So it's just not going to be a black screen. You can select your thumbnail, and I've selected this. Makes sense to have the first frame selected. And if you're not happy with the thumbnails, then you can upload your own image. So it's just one single image that you would be uploading for your thumbnail cover. And then we're going to go down through some of these options. You can add your video to a playlist, and I haven't done that before, so I would say if you're not sure, learn more. There's a lot of tutorials, and what I love about what YouTube has finally done is it's just-in-time learning. If you want to know something, they have a lot of different links right there with tutorials and videos on what they are and how to use these particular features. Now I'm going to say yes, it's made for kids. And I'm going to just keep going down. Now, make sure you select more options, because this is going to talk about your viewing and your tags. So if you had some tags that you wanted to include so people could search for your videos, if you're not sure how those work, you can click on learn more about tags. This is going to be important. Your video language for generating your captions. Of course, you can upload subtitles, but YouTube and Canvas does a pretty good job of generating those captions that just need minimal editing. Then you can have a recording date and location. You can have the standard YouTube license, or they have this Creative Commons attribution if you wanted to make sure that what you're producing out there was protected under copyright laws with the Creative Commons. And then allow embedding, yes, because that generates your embed code. Publish to subscriptions feed and notified subscribers. If you're going to plan to do that, you can always just leave that selected or unselect it until later on. And then your category, so viewers can find your recordings much easier if they were searching in YouTube. And then this is what I really like: default to comments being disabled, and then I just uncheck show how many viewers like and dislike the video. The reason I do that for my educational videos is I don't really need the distraction of worrying about what people think about my video tutorials. You're already self-conscious enough, and until you gain the confidence or you really want to go public with some of these video recordings, then I would just deselect these items here and just you can always come back, as I mentioned, and then finish processing. So it looks like it's not quite, doesn't have the thumbnail there, but we'll see it show up in just a minute. So I'm going to click on next because we have some more things to think about. Now, I haven't used some of these features before. Use cards and an end screen to show viewers related videos, websites, and calls to action. So if you're not sure, I would click on learn more. A lot of times at the end of a video, you're going to have promotions. You've all seen that. So that's where you might want to add your custom promotions, maybe to another video recording, or maybe your website, or another video that you've created that's talking about your channel. Just different ideas here. And then, of course, add cards to promote your content during your video. Interesting. This has just gotten a little bit more sophisticated than in the past. So then I'm going to click on next because I'm not going to add anything from here. And then this is going to be important, your visibility. So I'm going to just scroll up a little bit. Let me explain this. Save or publish, so you can have 3 choices for publishing. Public, right now it defaults to, so anyone can see my video, which I'm fine with right now. But there have been times where you might want to set something private, only the people you choose. So then you have to designate who can come in and watch your video or who you're going to send it to, or the link is, you might have to identify that person with an email. Unlisted, since I have in recent times mixed my educational videos with my personal videos, because I want to get them out publicly, but unlisted, meaning I want to send them out to my family, but I want it unlisted. I don't want people searching in my YouTube channel for videos that are family related or personal. So I have some that are unlisted. Most of the time when I'm doing a recording for educational purposes, it's all going to be public. Again, you can look at some of these features. Instant Premiere, I'm not familiar with that. Lots of new things in YouTube, folks. Then you can schedule to make your video public if you wanted to send it out at a certain time. And then it's going to say, do kids appear? Because a lot of times we've got to be very careful. We always have had to have releases for when we had people in general in our videos. Just make sure you have a form of release signatures from them that they can appear in your video. But if you're doing your own recording, it's not going to be an issue. But just it's great that they have this information out here, so and they'll learn more. So then you're ready when you have all those options. And notice my thumbnail appeared. This is my video link. I can actually play it right in here. Settings, making the full screen. But we're going to publish. And then you'll see that you have lots of different ways to share the link. So here's your embed code if you wanted to embed that in a Canvas page or content area, and you can just go down the line with all the social media. You can even email someone your link, and this is your video link. So then you can close that, and then what it's going to do is take you back to your list of videos. So you're not going to have as many as I have probably if you're just starting out, so don't be alarmed. This, I have quite a few videos that I've done over the years, and you can see this is public. And I have 2 of those because I was practicing before I started recording. And then this is unlisted. Like I said, only if you have the link can you see my family video. So that's how I just mixed it. But I don't want to have another Gmail account with another YouTube account. I just have learned to actually allow the visibility with the different settings. So, but whatever you feel comfortable with, I don't expect you to do the same thing I do. But I want you to notice that if we just move your mouse slightly, you can go back to all those details at any time and change them. Just make sure you save where you see save, or those changes will not come into effect. Then you have analytics. You could check your analytics for how many people have viewed, if you had comments or likes or dislikes, those are the analytics. Then comments, you can check what people have said, and then you can view on YouTube, and then you have these other options here to edit the title and just the description, get a shareable link, promote, download, or delete forever. So you have lots of different choices here even after you have set up your title and description and some of your options in the settings. Just a little minor tip, and this is what I call a Tim Toady. There is more than one way to do it. There are a lot more options on your panel to the left in your menu. And of course you can update your channel if you wanted to do that and put an image there like I have, which I need to update my image. I don't even have that color hair anymore. So that's what I mean. You might have to do a little maintenance along the way. So what I have done is come down here to click on the subtitles. And this is where you get to use the subtitles and edit them for any one of your videos. And this is very different from what I've experienced in the past. So I'm glad that I'm up here learning some new things about YouTube. So now I have subtitles set. It's selected, and now I want to add my subtitles here. And see, we're at the subtitle area, and we can click on add, but what we really want to do is wait till they are generated automatically. So sometimes it's going to take some time for that to happen. We just need to be a little patient and go back. You could click on add and then listen and type. You could actually do that as you're speaking. If it was a short video recording like mine is, I could do that, or I could assign some times, and but that's going to take some time to do that. So again, I would just wait and be patient until the automatic captions appear. And if your video is short, it shouldn't take long. If it's longer, then it does take maybe, oh, I'm not even sure of the time anymore. Sometimes I'd have to check back in a couple hours, but this is the new and improved YouTube, so you never know. Then when you have created your captions, you would just publish, and then the CC will appear on your video, just like it does in Canvas Studio, and then students would be able to read that. Although the captions will be on the bottom of your video rather than on top. All right, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to have another video tutorial just on captioning. But we're right here. It's almost complete with the whole cycle, and I hope you've enjoyed. And what you'll be able to do is several things. You can upload a file, auto sync, type manually, and then it doesn't necessarily have this auto translate to publish. It could be because it might need a different language setting. So now you can see at this point, and I did click on a few items in here, the captions have not been generated yet. So you need to give it a little time and then come back here. And then I think it's going to make a lot more sense. So that's why I'm going to switch and go back to an older video. So now you see that we have an edit as text or sign timings. This finally generated. If you have longer videos, give it some time. This is a shorter video with not much language. So you can come over here and just edit the text, or you can click on assign the times. It's going to be in the boxes according to the timestamp, and you would just listen. You can pause while typing, and I can't necessarily show you right now because of the fact that I'm running my Screencast-O-Matic and it wasn't playing while I was doing this recording.